how to get ready for US government crypto adoption in 2025 while avoiding expensive mistakes. 3 signs you should pay attention to crypto in government data. Let's make this simple with easy to understand examples. Have you wondered if the US government is serious about crypto or if it's just another trending topic? You're not the only one. Headlines shout about crypto, but it's hard to tell what's real and what's just talk. A lot of people have these questions. How much does this US government crypto stuff really matter? Does putting GDP on the blockchain change anything, or is it just a flashy story? Will this affect my life, or is it only important to people deep into tech? These are good questions. No one wants to ignore something big and regret it later. But buying into empty promises isn't good either. I've kept a close watch on what's actually happening. The White House is talking about the block. The Department of Commerce is putting US economic data on chain. Big names like Chainlink and Pi are involved. Let's look at why this matters. The first real step in August 2025, the Department of Commerce did more than talk about blockchain. They used it. They put the official July GDP numbers on 9 different blockchains. We're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Tron, Stellar, Avalanche, Arbitrum One, Polygon POS, and Optimism. Not just a press release, real data you can check on the blockchain. You can see the transaction yourself. On the surface, this might seem like a PR move. Putting a PDF on a blockchain won't change the economy overnight, but it showed that the US government can share major economic info on a public, unchangeable system. That's a big first step, looking beyond GDP. Most news only mention GDP. It actually went further. Chainlink was assigned to publish more than just GDP. They put out the PCE price index, an important inflation stat, and real final sales to private domestic purchasers, too. These aren't random numbers. They're what investors and economists watch to see how the economy is doing. Pyth Network took it further by uploading 5 years worth of quarterly GDP numbers. Why does that matter? Because traders and app builders need history. They can test ideas, build new tools, and learn from old numbers, not just one update. And this isn't a one-time dump. Chainlink says these feeds will update every time the Bureau of Economic Analysis releases new stats, monthly or quarterly. So you could see new official government numbers on blockchain in real time moving forward. How politics got involved, things got political fast. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick told Trump, "We're putting GDP on the blockchain because you are the crypto president." The White House seems to like that angle and is linking blockchain with their tech-friendly image. Why should you care? Because when government leaders talk about something as part of the brand, it gets taken more seriously. Crypto isn't just being allowed, it's becoming part of what they want America to be known for. Who's part of this? This was not a small test. The major players got involved. Chainlink is delivering data feeds across 10 blockchains. Pyth Network is handling GDP and historical data. Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken are spreading the data even further. When huge companies are putting in time and tech, it's about building real tools, not just doing a trial run. Market response. How did the market react? Chainlink's Link token jumped over 5%. Pyth's Pyth token shot up more than 50% in just a few days. What does that mean? First, the market notices these moves, even if they just look symbolic. And second, the biggest winners aren't always Bitcoin or Ethereum. In this case, the news boosted infrastructure tokens tied to the event. Arguments about transparency. Supporters of this move say it's a win for transparency. Putting data on chain means no tampering. Anyone in the world can check US economic numbers on their own. This opens doors for things like DeFi, automatic trading, or even new products built around official stats. But there are people who aren't impressed. They say putting PDFs on the blockchain doesn't make the numbers more honest. The data still comes from the government. Blocking editing after the fact doesn't change who gets to post the data at first. For some, it looks like a show for the cameras. Truth is, both views have a point. Symbolism matters for markets. Sometimes the show is what gets people to join in before real use arrives. Still, the fact that the government controls the starting data doesn't change just because it's on-chain. What does this mean for you? If you're just tuning in, the main message is simple. Crypto isn't going anywhere. The US government now shares its most important stats on public blockchains. If you trade, notice how fast stories move prices. This time, it was Link and P.I.Th. Next time, it could be another project linked to the news. If you're doubtful, here's something to consider. People who rolled their eyes and called this a PDF stunt missed out as P.I.Th. shot up nearly 70%. Bottom line, government adoption comes slowly. It starts with tests and steps that seem small but show what's possible. That's exactly what happened with official government numbers on 9 blockchains. Chainlink, Pyth, and the big exchanges were behind it. The market paid attention. Tokens moved, people started talking. Now, the question is simple. Are you paying attention before the next move? Because sometimes those who catch the signal before everyone else see the biggest rewards.